Are you constantly stuck in your head, overthinking every single decision, replaying scenario after scenario and feeling like you cannot turn your brain off? Well, today I'm going to dive deep into how to stop overthinking and finally gain some mental clarity on what you have been craving, switching that mind off. Because it's so damn draining, man. It's taking so much energy. It holds us back from taking action, for being creative, from living in the present because our minds are constantly on the go. Trust me, I've been there. I'm always there. But I've learned techniques which I'm going to teach you today, which will really help you. So what is overthinking? It's when you get stuck in that loop of thoughts. Often these thoughts are quite negative, right? You've been in that situation where it's just a negative spiral. It's hard to get out of, where we obsess over the problem and the problem just keeps on repeating. We're not in this mindset where it's more positive, where we're looking at the solution. We're more focused in on the problem, that scenario, and stops us from moving towards the way we can get out of it. So what happens with ourselves, generally we get into this state of what's called procrastination. How many of you out there live in this state of procrastination? I'll put my hands up because I've been there myself, right? Procrastination generally comes from two areas, and these two areas spiral us out of control. We stop moving forward. Let me tell you what these two areas are. First and foremost is the fear of failure. Right? We live in this state of fear because we fear failing. So we don't start. We procrastinate our start. We don't want to push ourselves forward because we put ourselves into that limelight, into that place of discomfort. We move out of our comfort zone, then we might fail. So because we fear this, we stay within our comfort zone, within our boundaries, within our little hub. The second reason that we procrastinate so much is perfectionism. We want to make things perfect. Sometimes we need to be careful because this leads to things like OCD. So we need to be mindful at this juncture. Perfectionism stops us from moving and even trying, okay? Because we're scared that we will not get it perfect. In these situations, what we need to try to do is to dumb things down a little bit. You see, this rooted fear in our mind, this fear holds us back. It's like an anchor, stops us from moving forward, right? Then we don't want to make the decision. We don't want to make a choice. This fear of failure, this fear of judgment, our brain goes into this state where it thinks it's helping to prepare us for every scenario. But in reality, what it's doing, my dear friend, is paralyzing you. It's stopping you from trying. The trying is where you will get those gains. Like when you rehearse that conversation 100 times in your head before it even happens. Yeah, that's overthinking, right? It stops you from having the conversation in the first place. You're rehearsing too much. When you go for that job interview and you're constantly getting into this state of, shall I go? What should I wear? What should I say? How should I approach myself? Sometimes you just have to allow yourself to go with the flow. Slow down your overthinking and this will really help you. Let me give you a few signs of an overthinker because I know I've been there myself and I know what signs to look for. Number one is that you replay the past conversations, the mistakes that you've made in your life, your failures over and over again. You live in that state. You struggle to make decisions even small ones. It's like choosing what to eat. When you've got that menu in front of you, it takes you ages to make a decision. And by the time the waiter comes to take your order, you've changed your mind 6-7 times. Another sign is that you're constantly worrying about what others think of you. Right? You live in this state that you're more concerned about what people think of you than you think of yourself. Is that you? Also, you could be in this position where you second guess yourself a lot. After making a choice and a decision, you figure out what you want on the menu, you place that order. By the time as food has come, you're second guessing the choice that you made, wishing that you made a different choice. This is when you're living in your head too much. Make a choice and make a decision. Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m. in the morning and Googled how to stop overthinking? Yeah? Well, you're not alone. Trust me, I've had hundreds of clients that do this regularly. They live in this state of overthinking, procrastination. So if it's you waking up at 3 in the morning to type how to stop overthinking, then you need to watch the rest of this video. Right, let's dive into a couple of strategies that are really gonna help you, because these strategies are extremely powerful. Let me teach you the 5-second rule. When you catch yourself overthinking, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then take immediate action. This interrupts the mental loop and pushes you to do something, to take action. Another strategy is the 80-20 rule. Not every decision deserves an equal amount of weight. So ask yourself, will this matter in a week, in a month, in a year? And if not, decide quickly and move on. Another great strategy is to brain dump. Take all of this stuff that's in here and put it into the real world, right? Brain dumps involve grabbing a pad and a pen like I have right here. Write down every thought that's going on in your head unfiltered, just right away. Right, getting it down onto paper, onto the laptop, onto the phone will really help you to take everything out of you and to place it. Once you've got it on your notebook and it's there, close it and put it away. Then it's gone. Another great strategy for you to learn is to schedule worry time. Set aside maybe 10 minutes of your day just for worrying. When you're feeling anxious and these thoughts come up in your head, you start to get into this place of overthinking and procrastination. Tell yourself, I'll park this to one side and I'll tackle it in my worry session, my 10 minutes. It trains the brain to put things into different departments. And my final strategy, which works phenomenally well, is to do some mindful breathing. Yes, I know, Neil, breathing, I breathe all the time. I'm talking about mindful breathing. There's a simple technique to mindfully breathing, and I'm going to teach it to you right now. It's the 4-4-4 rule. What you need to do is close the eyes first and foremost, inhale for a count of 4, hold the breath for a count of 4, then exhale for a count of 4. You just keep repeating this process over and over again. And what happens, you physically get calmer inside, your nervous system starts to reduce, and you start to ground yourself, being more in the present moment. All right, now it's time to put these into action. Don't just watch. Pick one of those strategies and start today. Start using it right now, because they will really help. They're super powerful. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's your biggest overthinking trigger? Let's tackle it together. Remember, start your day with intention. Ask yourself one thing that you need to focus on today. Limit the amount of distractions that are going on around you. Turn off your notifications. Clear your space, not just around you, but clear the space in your mind. Give yourself that time to breathe and to think. And at the end of the day, reflect on your day. Think about what's worked really well, what didn't work so well, so you're not carrying forward to tomorrow the mental baggage from today. Remember to do some mindful breathing, some mindful exercise. Let go of all of that stress that you are holding on to. If you found this information super helpful, please do like and subscribe to our channel and turn on that notification bell, because we've got more strategies coming your way. Click on the first link in your comments field and find out more information about the work that I do within my life coaching practice to help people to elevate their lives. Remember, your thoughts shouldn't control you. You control your thoughts. Let's start building mental clarity today and strength from within. Have a great day.